One thing I want to remind you of if you're on your spiritual journey is that you are going through a collapse. Especially if you, and I want to say this, especially if you are someone who is religious and you feel like you need to break free from whatever indoctrination you were going through. If you are on your spiritual journey and you are embarking, you are collapsing this perceived gap between you and source. That is the whole part of this journey. A lot of people get on here and just spitball and say a lot of, common phrases. You are source, you are God, you are the creator, and they actually have no clue what they're talking about. I can feel the energy from the screen. I can hear you guys have no clue what you're talking about because to get to that point where you totally understand and trust yourself takes years. Years. This isn't something that happens overnight. This isn't something you just wake up and say, "Oh, I just know." No, you go through trial and error, and especially trial and error on in the spiritual realm. If regardless of your spiritual rank, you have lessons that you need to go through in order for you to truly sit on your throne, your crown, whatever it is that that you've got going on for yourself, whatever it is that your soul agreed to. It takes time. It is not something you wake up like when I was going through my initiation years ago, and regardless of whatever my spiritual rank is, I'm not going to share that on here. I will say I fought it forever. I was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I'm a normal, regular, degular girly, and I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing it. I refused. I fought. I learned all my lessons because, like I've talked about in previous videos, I thought I knew it all. I had my own spiritual ego. I was like, what would you guys know? But I know what everything I know now is that I don't play those games. I'm not doing all that. I'm not testing my power to source's power, to my spirit team's power. Why? For what? That spiritual ego death takes place on this journey, but I'm just here to remind you that that pursuit is not something that is distant. It is something that is already within. You just need to close the gap. And this is what I help you do inside of my 20-month one-on-one private mentorship, The Initiation. I help be that threshold. I help guide you along your journey, hold you on that bridge so that you can collapse from two and into one. So if you're ready to do that work, if you're ready to honestly be put through it, but help strengthen those spiritual abilities, head on over and apply to be part of my one-on-one container, The Initiation.